Everyone. In this part, we'll discuss about Chapter 5 of Indian Polity, Union and Territory. Let's get started. Okay. The Article 1 of Indian Constitution, what does it say? First of all, this part covers from Article 1 to Article 4. Okay. Now, let's discuss what is Article 1. Article 1 of Indian Constitution say India, that is Bharat, is union of states rather than federation of states. Okay, here this article discuss about two things. Okay, one is the name of the country, that is India, that is Bharat. Okay, India, that is Bharat. There was a political debate with respect to this. Okay, whether to keep the name of the country as India or Bharat. So finally it was decided as India, that is Bharat. And type of polity, Indian polity, like that is union of states. Though the constitution of India is federal in nature, India is union of states. Okay, why? Ambedkar said that though Indian constitution is federal, the India is not federation of state, because the Indian federation is not formed due to agreement of states. Indian federation, okay, this is a union of states, right? Indian federation is not formed by the agreement of each states, unlike USA, where each states agreed to form a union, and no states can secede. That is, no state can go away from the union. So Indian federation is not like the other federation. So India is a union of states, not federation of states. Okay, no state can secede, and union is not formed by agreement of states. This is said by Article 1. Okay, now why the union is divided into states only for administrative usiness, since the central government controlling all each and every state will be a complex, and it won't give any much efficiency in administration. So states were formed so that there will be easy administration. Now let's discuss what is Article 2. Article 2. Article 2 is nothing but it empowers the parliament to accept a state into Union of India, okay, under certain terms and condition. It may establish new state also. It may accept a state into Union of India. Now, Article 3. Okay, what does Article 3 states? Article 3 will empower the parliament to create a new state, either by merging two states or dividing a state into two states, such as Andhra Pradesh was divided into Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, diminishing the territory or altering the boundary, increasing the territory or renaming the states. These can be done by the parliament. Okay, Article 3 empowers the parliament. But remember, these bills containing the changes mentioned in Article 3 and 2 can be brought into the parliament only after prior recommendation by president. Okay, remember, prior recommendation by president. Before recommending, the president shall refer the bill to state legislature. Suppose if Andhra Pradesh was divided into Telangana, sorry for diagram, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Okay, the president recommended the bill to the state legislature of like earlier Andhra Pradesh, so that the state will be bifurcated, and the state legislature should respond within the certain period of time. Okay, these replies, whether the state agrees or not, it is not binding on the president or the parliament. Okay, so Article 2 and 3 allows the central union or central government parliament to alter the boundary of the state without its consent. But this is not in the case of USA, where the federal government can't alter the boundary of the state without their consent. Okay, in India, if two states, suppose Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh, can be merged to form one state, the consent of both the state is not required. Whereas in USA, suppose two states such as Illinois and Florida are getting merged, then consent of both the states are required. Hence, this is said by Article 3. Now, so with respect to this, we can call India as indestructible union of destructible states. So, union can't be destructible. That is, no states can secede. Destructible states means states can be bifurcated or its boundary can be altered by the parliament without its consent, whereas USA is indestructible union of indestructible states. So state can't be bifurcated or territory can't be means altered without the state consent by the federal government. So indestructible union of indestructible states. Now let's move to Article 4. That is this is Article 4. The Article 1 to 4 deals with this chapter, Union of States. What does Article 4 states? Any law which is introduced or bill which is introduced in the parliament which is with respect to establishment of new states or altering its boundaries or accepting a new state into Union of India, then such bill does not require a constitutional amendment under Article 368. Okay, it can be passed by simple majority like other ordinary bills. Constitution amendment under Article 68, 368 requires 2 by 3rd of the members present and voting. Suppose 300 people are there in the Lok Sabha, then 2 by 3rd of the present and voting is 2 by 3rd of the people in the Lok Sabha should agree for the bill. Okay, and also half of the total number of seats should agree. That is, Lok Sabha's strength, half should agree for the bill. But this is not required for this like the bill which contains the modifications of boundary of states. It can be passed by simple majority. Suppose if that particular day 100 people are there, then 50 people can vote and pass this bill. Okay. Now let's come to application of this Article 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what is this application? Here in this case, Birubari case, since we all know India, which was which included British India, included India, Pakistan and Bangladesh also. So after partition, India and Pakistan were separated, and Radcliffe is the person who demarcated boundary between India and Pakistan. There was a boundary dispute between the India and East Pakistan. Okay, there was a boundary dispute between India and East Pakistan. So several dialogues happened, such as Baghe Award, Nehru-Noon Agreement, to settle down the disputes. Whereas in Birubari case, okay, the central government here is the Birubari. Okay, the central government decided to cede this part of territory to East Pakistan. This led to political agitation, which led to the president referred the matter to the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court stated that Article 3 does not empower the parliament to cede away any territory, but it can be done through constitutional amendment. Remember, Article 3 empowers the parliament to diminish the territory of a state or increase the territory or alter its boundaries, but it can't cede away from the Indian Union to foreign state. Remember, India is a union of states, okay, federation where no states can be seceded, okay, but it can be done by constitutional amendment. This was said by the Supreme Court. Okay, now let's discuss boundary disputes between India and Bangladesh. As we all know, Radcliffe as we all know, Radcliffe was the one who demarcated the boundary between India and Pakistan. So there was a very disputes. Okay, accordingly, so there was many disputes. So these boundary disputes were tried to solve by the executive from both the sides. Okay, accordingly, the Birubari case, as discussed above, was not successful. Why? Because of political agitation. And in 1974, there was an agreement between the Indian government and Bangladesh government. That which included certain identification of the sites that has to be transferred to Bangladesh and received from it. Okay, this protocol was not successful since it required identification of areas to be exchanged, and at that particular in 1974 May, the situation might not have permitted it. But this was successful. This protocol was successful in 2011, with enclaves which had to be transferred and received were identified in concurrence with the states such as West Bengal, Assam, Tripura, and Meghalaya. Okay, in concurrence of these states, the protocol was ratified because the states consent they took before ceding a territory to Bangladesh. So accordingly, 104th Constitutional Amendment Act 2015 was passed, okay, which transferred the enclaves between the India and Bangladesh. India got 51 enclaves, Bangladesh got 111 enclaves. So this is the boundary dispute between India and Bangladesh. Apart from this, let me also tell that 6.1 kilometer of the boundary between India and Bangladesh was demarcated, okay, which was undemarcated. Now let's discuss about reorganization of states. As we all know, the British India consisted of princely British India. Before 1947, British India consisted of like provinces of Pakistan, India plus princely states. Okay, when the partition happened, there were 552 princely states within the geological territory of India. 552, among which 549 joined, 3 didn't join. With the help of Vallabhbhai Patel's like good decision, 3 also joined. Okay, all 552, his contribution was there. The 3 joined through. One is Hyderabad joined through police action. Junagadh joined through referendum. Referendum is nothing but people's opinion will be taken. The people will vote. All the people of Junagadh voted for to get accepted or into Union of India. J&K was like joined after instrument of accession. So in 1950, Indian states were classified into 4 parts: Part A, Part B, Part C, Part D. Part A were the states of governor. Part B were the states, princely states. Part C, princely states plus chief commissioner province, and Part D only it had Andaman and Nicobar. Okay. Now let's discuss. Like once the Union of India, like after partition, Union of India was formed. Sorry for the diagram. Like okay, for administration easiness, we had to divide them into states. Okay, which is called reorganizations of state, and the primary primary thing which was required by the people or asked by the people was reorganization of states on the basis of language, such as Marathi people speaking Marathi will be having Maharashtra, Telugu people will be having Andhra Pradesh, Kannada, Karnataka, like that. So accordingly, to decide on that, committee was appointed. Linguistic Provision Committee first was headed by S.K. Dar. Okay. The committee disqualified the concept of reorganization of the states on the language basis. Okay. In 1948, another committee was appointed, which is also called as JVP Committee. Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel, and Pattavi Sitaramaiah. Okay, who also disqualified the concept of reorganization of the state on language basis. But there was an alternative happening. In 1953 October, first state was formed. Okay, on language basis. What was the first state? That is Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh state was established by separating Telugu speaking provinces from Madras state. Okay. Accordingly, they led to political agitation and the need of other state on the language basis. During this time, one of the politicians died. Pattavi Sitaramaiah, not Sriramulu, died. Okay, due to hunger strike. Next, let's discuss about Fazal Ali Commission. The reorganization of the state on the language basis was done by this commission. Okay, after the Andhra Pradesh was formed, the demand increased. So accordingly, Fazal Ali Commission was appointed. The Fazal Ali committee consisted of 3 persons. And the committee recommended to reorganization of the state on language basis, but four conditions should be looked into. What is the four condition? To protect and preserve unity and security of the nation, language and cultural homogeneity should be maintained, financial administration, economical consideration, to plan and promote welfare of the people of the state of the nation. These were the four conditions to be followed for reorganization of the state on language basis. Also, they suggested to remove the classification of the states into four parts, okay, which was formed in 1950 as discussed above. Okay, they suggest to form the 16 states and 3 union territories, or 13. They suggested to form 16 states and 3 union territories. Considering these recommendations, the Government of India brought 7th Constitutional Amendment Act and State Reorganization Act 1956. Accordingly, 14 union territories and 14 states and 6 union territories were formed. And this is with respect to chapter 5. If you like the video, please share, subscribe and like. I'll be releasing more videos also. Thank you.